I know you talk a lot about outcome-based and gain share model. Why is that?
Yeah, so this is a very simple way to again avoid all those pitfalls and basically allow a company to really focus on the result, right? The way I believe makes sense is to and by the way, other industries are doing that already for decades, right? I mean, give you an example. If you are going to hire a lawyer, most likely you're going to have a gain share model where the lawyer is going to ask, I don't know, 10-20% of whatever you're going to make by winning. So the point here is, I think this is a very healthy approach. Not only it is de-risking the company that is basically investing money, because instead of paying upfront for technology, paying upfront for people, and hoping / praying that something will happen, they have a way to contractually have some sort of security, meaning result have to be there, outcome has to be there for the provider to be fully paid. So I think this is very healthy. And at the same time, it's also forcing everyone to not make the technology mistake, meaning to really articulate clearly what is the expected outcome, to try to put a rough order of magnitude around that impact, whether it is going to be at the bottom of the P&L, whether it's going to be at the top of the P&L, whether it's going to be both, because you can not only improve cost, but you can also improve quality, satisfaction, and revenue while you improve cost. This is doable. And the point being here is, I think having this outcome-based approach is really helping everyone visualize why we do this, and it's also forcing everyone to naturally collaborate, because now everyone has the same goal, everyone has the same understanding of what the output, what the result should be. So again, yeah, I'm a big advocate of that, and this is versus buying old school, meaning licenses or even subscription plus effort, a T&M type of model, times and material, right? So I think there's ways in 2023 to buy technology the same way you are buying electricity. You basically buy the outcome, which is the electricity, right? You buy and it works, and your TV is on and your fridge is on, and you don't care about how it's produced or how it goes to your house. So this is really the idea here. I want to buy an expected outcome, and I want to contractually have everyone focus on that outcome, and everything else, meaning including technology, is basically a means to an end.
Very sound strategy, Olivier, absolutely. And I know you sometimes talk about 3 phases in intelligent automation initiative. So is it discovery, build, and automation apps, meaning that 3 boxes? What can you say about each of these phases and stages? Because it's a different talent group, right? It's a different mindset in each of these phases.
Yes. So I think the community is a community that likes to build stuff. You would even see, when you have a build versus buy strategy within a corporation, there's always a tendency for people internal to the company to push for building, because it's cool to build. It's cool to play with.
Exactly.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
And this phase, this build phase, is very well covered by a lot of vendors, a lot of very good technical people, and they all want to build stuff, which is great. What I highlight with those 3 phases is that there's something upstream and downstream of building a solution, and those are at least equally important. And sometimes I feel that there's a bit less focus on those, right? So the first phase, which is the discovery phase, which is starting to become quite important nowadays. People understand that they need to correctly discover the environment, use the data, or create data using task mining type of technology to really be able to understand the digital blueprint of what the people are doing, and to really be able to correctly identify where to focus, where to go and start, how to prioritize, what needs to be automated. This is extremely important, and I would argue that this is even more important than the build phase, because okay, it's very good to start running in a direction and to run really fast. but it's better if you make sure that you basically run in the right direction, right? So see the discovery phase as the compass that is basically going to tell you where to go. And then once you know exactly where you want to go, because you've done a data-driven analysis, not just a gut feeling type of approach, which is also sometimes an issue. Once you have a properly made assessment, discovery, data analysis, and there's plenty of tools nowadays to help here, and you really know what you want to do, then you can build exactly according to priorities, right? And then the last phase, which is a very, very important phase, right? Building all those stuff, I call them stuff, is really, really good. But then those stuff, they have to run. Because when you create a set of software robots, when you create logics that you deploy across your different tools that you embed inside your environment, when you have, at the end of the day, a digital workforce that is starting to do activity for you, sometimes business critical activity for you, the last thing you want is for those robots to stop working. And we know that in the ecosystem, in the intelligent automation ecosystem, some technology are more reliable than others, right? And some ways of doing the integration are more reliable than others, and people know that. I'm not going to go into the details, but the point is, no matter what you are going to roll out in your environment, it has to work. So the run and maintain phase, what I call the automation ops phase, basically making sure the digital workforce is up and running and having the right tooling, the right people, the right service around it is absolutely critical. So yes, very often I say, it's great to focus on build, but it's even better to focus on discovery and on run and maintain, because those are very critical phases that very often people tend to forget.